She walked into my salon holding a wedding invitation in one hand and a folder in the other, knuckles white from gripping too hard. That smile? Plastic, forced. "I need something elegant," she said. "I'm the maid of honor tomorrow." But when she sat down, the folder slipped. Police reports, death certificates, a photo of a smiling man. Everything spilled across my floor. She scrambled to collect them, hands shaken so bad she could barely grip the papers. Our eyes met in the mirror. "Angel," she whispered, and I'll never forget the desperation in that voice. "What would you do if staying silent could save your best friend's happiness, but speaking up could save her life?" 20 years cutting hair, 20 years hearing secrets, but this one would change everything. I knew her from previous appointments. I asked about Emma's wedding, if she was excited. She laughed, but it wasn't a happy laugh. It was hollow, empty, like it came from somewhere very dark inside her. I started sectioning her hair, noticing how she flinched at every snip of the scissors. I asked how long they'd been friends. 22 years, she told me, since first grade. Emma taught her to tie her shoes. Sarah taught Emma to forge her mom's signature. They'd promised to be each other's maids of honor since they were 12. Beautiful, right? Until I became the keeper of a secret that could destroy her, Sarah said. That's when I saw the folder again, and she saw that I saw. "It contains proof," she said, her voice breaking, "that her fiancé killed her father." The whole salon seemed to stop breathing with me. I tried to keep working, tried to process what she'd just told me. My hands moved automatically through her hair while my mind raced. Sarah's story came out in pieces. Marcus Whitman, successful, charming, perfect on paper. Also the drunk driver who hit Emma's dad 10 years ago and left him to die on Route 47. "You're sure?" I had to ask. "I'm a paralegal," she said. "I know how to dig." When Emma introduced him last year, something felt familiar to Sarah. His name was different then, Marcus White. Just different enough. But when she saw his old photos, she recognized the car, the red Mustang, the same one from the accident reports she'd helped file when Emma's dad died. I kept styling, but my hands felt heavy. Does Emma know? No. Sarah's voice cracked completely then. She told me Emma was 3 months pregnant. 3 months pregnant and happier than she'd been since her dad died. "How do I take that away?" she asked me. I suggested telling the truth. Sarah laughed, bitter, painful. "The truth is that Marcus was 23, racing his friend, drunk when he hit Emma's dad. The truth is he changed his name, moved states, reinvented himself. The truth is he's been lying to her face for a year." She showed me a newspaper clipping from the folder. "Local teacher dies in hit and run, driver never found." Then she told me the worst part. Emma keeps her dad's photo in her wallet, shows it to Marcus all the time, says things like, "I wish you could have met him." And Marcus? He just nods, sympathizes, holds her when she cries. What kind of monster does that? I worked in silence for a while, letting Sarah cry. Sometimes that's what this chair is for, holding space for pain, too heavy for one person to carry alone. She'd found out 3 weeks ago, the night of Emma's baby announcement dinner. Marcus was showing old college photos, laughing about his wild days. That's when Sarah saw it. The Mustang. Same license plate she'd memorized from the police reports. 3 weeks, I said softly, and you haven't told her? Sarah's whole body seemed to collapse then. She told me about trying, going to Emma's apartment the next day, finding her painting the nursery yellow because they didn't know the gender yet, seeing dad-to-be books stacked on Marcus's side of the bed. And then Emma had said, God, I'll never forget how Sarah's voice sounded repeating this. I wish Dad could meet his grandchild, but at least the baby will have Marcus, the best father I could imagine. Sarah ran to the bathroom and threw up. Emma thought it was sympathy morning sickness. Since then, 17 letters written, 16 thrown away. She pulled out an envelope, Emma's name on the front in shaky handwriting. This is number 17. I'd heard a lot of secrets in 20 years, but this, I had to say something. I told Sarah about another client 5 years ago, a woman who found out her husband wasn't who he said he was, already married to someone else, whole other family. She kept quiet for 3 months, wanting to protect her kids, until the other wife showed up at her door, with her kids, all of them victims of the same lie. She told me later, I said, working on Sarah's hair, the lie was poison. It infected everything. Even the good memories turned sour because they were all built on deception. She wished someone had told her sooner. Sarah stared at that letter like it might explode. But Emma's pregnant, she whispered. This will destroy her. Secrets have a way of revealing themselves, I told her. What if she finds out after the wedding, after the baby, after 10 years? I kept creating those elegant waves in her hair while she struggled. The rehearsal dinner was that night. She was supposed to give a speech about their beautiful love story. Their beautiful love story built on the grave of Emma's father. Sarah kept pulling out her phone, showing me photos. Emma's 16th birthday, 3 months after her dad died. Sarah had thrown her a surprise party because Emma said she didn't want to celebrate anymore. You're a good friend, I told her. A good friend would have protected her, Sarah shot back. She suddenly stood up, hair half done, saying she couldn't do it. Maybe she'd talk to Marcus instead, maybe find another way. Sit, I said, firmer than usual. You're not going anywhere with your hair like this. I'd learned something in this chair over the years. The truth doesn't care about timing. It doesn't care about happiness or pregnancy or weddings. It just is. And eventually it finds its way out. If Marcus truly changed, if he truly loves her, he should have told her himself. The fact that he hasn't, that tells you everything. Right then, Sarah's phone buzzed. A text from Emma. Can't wait to see you tonight. Thank you for being my rock through everything. Dad would be so proud to see us tomorrow. Love you. Sarah sobbed, really sobbed. How can I destroy her tonight, the night before her wedding? I looked at her in the mirror. How can you let her marry her father's killer? The question hung between us like a blade. I was cleaning my station when the bell chimed. Emma walked in, but not the Emma I expected. Not the glowing bride, not the devastated woman. She looked empty, hollowed out, like someone had scooped out her insides and left only the shell. I heard you're the one who talks to Sarah, she said. I guided her to my chair, told her Sarah was trying to protect her. Emma laughed. It was the saddest sound I'd ever heard. She protected me right out of my happiness. I asked if she wanted to talk. She looked at me like I was crazy. What's to talk about? My fiancé killed my father. My best friend knew for weeks. My wedding is canceled. My life is over. Then she pulled up her dress slightly, showing me a hospital bracelet. Want to know the worst part? The pregnancy was false. Hysterical pregnancy, they called it. Her body was so desperate to create life with him that it created symptoms without a baby. But the moment I read Sarah's letter, the moment I knew the truth, the symptoms stopped. Like my body knew before my mind did. Like it was rejecting him all along. The body always knows, doesn't it? Emma told me everything. How Marcus denied it at first, said Sarah was jealous, trying to break them up, but Emma had the police reports, the photos, his old college ID with his real name. Then he cried, actually cried, said he'd wanted to tell her 1,000 times, said he fell in love with her without knowing who she was, and by the time he found out, it was too late. "Do you believe him?" I asked, brushing her lifeless hair. "I believe he believes it," Emma said. "But Emma, he held me while I cried about missing my dad. He proposed at my father's grave, said he wanted Dad's blessing. What kind of monster does that?" His father had been expecting this day for 10 years, had a whole legal team ready. They were offering her money to sign an NDA. Sarah had told her to take it and donate it to victims of drunk drivers. Make something good come from all this pain. Then Emma said something that broke my heart. "I hate her. I hate her for telling me. I hate her for being right. I hate her for saving me from a lifetime of lies. But mostly, I hate that I can't hate her because she did what I would have done." I let her cry while I worked on her hair. Sometimes tears are the only way forward. "You know what the worst part is?" Emma finally said. "I knew something was off. Deep down, I knew. He was too perfect, too understanding about my grief, like he was overcompensating." "Our instincts usually know," I said. "Then why didn't I listen?" "Because you wanted to be happy, because you deserve to be happy. There's no shame in that." She was meeting Sarah for coffee in an hour, first time since the letter. She needed to look human again, she said. Before she left, Emma asked me something. "Do you think people can really change? Could Marcus have become a good man despite what he did?" I thought carefully before answering. "Maybe, but change requires truth. He built your relationship on a lie. That's not change, that's hiding." She nodded slowly. That's what I needed to hear. 3 months later, Sarah came in for a trim. I asked about Emma. "Healing," she said. "We both are." Marcus had been charged with vehicular manslaughter. His father's money couldn't protect him once Emma went to the police with evidence. 10 years late, but justice finally. Their friendship? Stronger. Scarred, but stronger. "She's even dating again," Sarah told me, smiling for real this time. "A teacher from her school who's kind and boring and exactly who he says he is." "Boring can be beautiful," I said. After Marcus, boring is a miracle. As I cut Sarah's hair, I thought about all the secrets this chair had held, all the truths revealed, all the lies exposed. But Sarah and Emma's story, that one proved something I'd always suspected. Love isn't protecting someone from the truth. Love is respecting them enough to share it, even when it breaks everything. Especially then, because broken things can be rebuilt with truth. But lies rot everything they touch from the inside out. So, if you're holding on to a truth that could save someone you love, maybe it's time to speak up, even if it hurts, even if they hate you for it. Because in this chair, I've learned one thing for certain. Truth always finds its way to the surface, one snip at a time.